this guy. He's been driving erratically since victory.
Lock him in, lock him in.
Anger on the road can escalate faster than we expect, turning an ordinary drive into a scene of chaos. But what's even more satisfying than seeing tempers flare? Watching those aggressive drivers get exactly what's coming to them. In this video, we're sharing some of the wildest road rage moments where karma hit back harder than anyone could have imagined. Whether it's a speeding car that ends up worse for wear or a furious driver instantly regretting their actions, these clips show that sometimes the road has a way of serving justice all on its own. Stay tuned, because these moments are too good to miss. In Sacramento, one driver thought they could teach someone a lesson with a reckless move, but it backfired in a big way. Caught on camera, the driver in front slammed on their brakes in a classic case of brake checking, hoping to force the car behind to slow down. However, the driver in the following vehicle tried to swerve out of the way to avoid a crash but still ended up clipping the side of the first car. This set off a chain reaction, causing the brake-checking car to spin out of control and crash right back into the car they were targeting. The result? A wrecked mess, with both cars worse off than they started. No updates were given on the condition of either driver, but one thing's for sure karma doesn't miss. In Yuba City, California, a peaceful family drive took a terrifying turn, and it was all captured on dashcam. Lily Peterson, her husband Michael, and their 2 kids were in the car, having a normal conversation, when out of nowhere, something unbelievable happened. A car flew through the air, barely missing the power lines, and landed bumper first right in front of them. While Lily stayed on the phone with 911, Michael gathered his courage to check out the situation. What he found was both shocking and a relief: a 26-year-old woman behind the wheel, conscious and, incredibly, with only minor injuries. The driver had lost control of her car after speeding up an overpass following a hit and run on the nearby highway. It's a miracle everyone walked away from this near tragedy with just a story to tell. In Utah, a scene straight out of an action movie unfolded as multiple storefront surveillance cameras captured a terrifying sight. A 2-trailer semi-truck, completely out of control, was speeding down the sidewalk, narrowly missing pedestrians. The footage continues as the truck veers back onto the road, blaring its horn, and heads straight for a busy intersection. The chaos doesn't stop there. The truck barrels through a line of traffic and crashes into a car dealership, erupting into flames. In the blink of an eye, 33 vehicles are damaged and 11 people are injured. Fortunately, the truck driver made it to safety, but the scene at the dealership was pure destruction. Fire crews battled the blaze for nearly 30 minutes, and one person had to be airlifted to the hospital in critical condition. Miraculously, no one lost their life. Early investigations pointed to brake failure as the likely cause, though the damage to the truck was too extensive for a definitive answer. On a quiet evening in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a peaceful neighborhood was suddenly torn apart by chaos. As house sparrows chirped and the setting sun glowed, 2 cars came speeding down the street, with passengers firing guns from their windows. The gunshots echoed as the vehicles collided head-on in a crash that could have been fatal from the impact alone. Incredibly, some passengers were still conscious, jumping out of one car and fleeing on foot, while others hid behind the wrecked vehicles. Neighbors wanting to help were too scared to approach, fearing more gunfire. Milwaukee PD kept details under wraps, but days later, 7 minors were arrested in connection with the shooting.
Call the cops right now!
Despite the violence, one resident, whose security camera caught the incident, stood firm, stating, "We cannot live like this, and we are not leaving this neighborhood." A sudden, shocking neighborhood war had erupted, but the community refused to be driven out. A security camera captured a chaotic scene as a sports car, reportedly driving erratically, rear-ended an SUV. Witnesses claimed the driver had run a red light just moments before the crash. In response, 2 truck drivers quickly tried to box in the reckless sports car. As the driver of the SUV approached the sports car, one of the truck drivers began recording with his phone, warning everyone to stay back. Despite their efforts to contain him, the sports car driver clearly had no plans to stay at the scene. However, his demolition-style driving came to a halt when his own car, after multiple collisions, finally gave out. I don't think he can go anywhere.
He's been driving erratically since victory.
Lock him in. Lock him in.
I get back in your car, man. He's gonna hit you. Hey, come back, dude.
Someone call 911.
But he's trying, one witness said. The 22-year-old driver was soon arrested, facing several charges, including assault with a deadly weapon for ramming into other cars. Although the motive for his violent behavior remains unknown, thankfully, no one was seriously hurt or worse in this wild episode. In Austin, Texas, a quiet drive quickly turned into a disaster when a dump truck, which had waved to another motorist earlier, became the center of a terrifying crash. As the driver with the dashcam made their way down a curving hill to a busy intersection, disaster struck. The same dump truck plowed into a gray sedan, pushing it through the intersection, hitting several other cars, and then crashing through a concrete barrier before plunging over 15 feet into a ravine. Thankfully, bystanders acted quickly, pulling the truck driver from the wreckage just before it caught fire. Emergency responders soon arrived, treating multiple injuries, including a concussion for the gray sedan's driver and a spinal injury for a 19-year-old in another vehicle. Investigators later found that brake failure caused the multi-car crash. Despite the chaos and destruction, it was remarkable that no one suffered life-threatening injuries, making this near tragedy a true stroke of luck for all involved. John Barrett was driving home on Interstate I-95 near Jackson, New Jersey, when he noticed a blue car driving erratically. Acting quickly, he turned on his hazard lights to warn other drivers while following the dangerous vehicle. The driver swerved off the road, crashed into a sign, and even crossed into oncoming traffic before continuing the reckless journey. Despite a brief crash with a white SUV, the pursuit continued for another 15 miles.
Oh my God, he just went off the road. He's back on. We're coming upon exit 11. Oh, he just crashed into a sign right now. He's doing about 100 miles an hour. He's now got off the roadway again. He's gone sideways. He has now crashed into the other side, oncoming traffic. They have him in handcuffs. They put him in the back of the car.
Finally, state troopers pulled the driver over and arrested him, finding heroin and a syringe in the car. Thanks to John's persistence, no one was hurt, and the 29-year-old driver was charged with drug possession and driving under the influence. John insists he wasn't trying to be a hero, just doing what he could to protect others on the road. In Huntington Beach, California, a dash cam captures a dramatic road rage incident. A gray sedan is seen swerving after being cut off by an aggressive driver. According to the driver with the camera, the aggressive motorist was upset over an earlier encounter. When traffic came to a stop at a red light, the enraged driver got out of his vehicle and approached the gray sedan, violently punching its window. However, his actions didn't go unnoticed. Two other motorists, angered by the violent behavior, quickly intervened and confronted the aggressive driver. This incident serves as a clear reminder that road rage can escalate quickly and lead to dangerous consequences, especially for those who choose to engage in such reckless behavior. In London, England, a motorcyclist had a close call when a driver exiting a gas station abruptly cut him off. But the real story? The driver's wallet flew off the roof of the car as it sped away. Despite the near miss, the motorcyclist chose to do the right thing and tried to return the wallet. However, when he attempted to get the driver's attention, the driver misunderstood and flipped him off. The motorcyclist then revealed the wallet, but it was too late for apologies. To top it off, the driver had also left his phone on the car roof, giving the motorcyclist a chance to teach a valuable lesson: never flip off a stranger, especially when they're holding your lost belongings. As you've seen, road rage can take unexpected and sometimes downright crazy turns, but in the end, karma always has a way of catching up.
He's been driving erratically since victory.
Lock him in. Lock him in.
I get back in your car, man. He's gonna hit you. Hey, come back, dude.
Someone call 911.
From reckless drivers facing instant consequences to the ones who got a lesson in respect, these moments remind us all to stay calm and keep cool on the road. If you enjoyed watching these satisfying road rage karma moments, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more eye-opening stories like this. Stay safe out there, and remember, patience is key when you're behind the wheel.